You know, my dad was a pharmaceutical rep for 3M, and so he really wasn't in business per se. And my mother was a farm girl. And so if you think about my business acumen and exposure to business, there was very little. So St. Ambrose provided the basis and foundation for my business background, learning about accounting and banking and marketing. That's really what Ambrose provided to me, was just that foundation that I then built on through practical experience. In addition to it, I probably appreciate more today the liberal arts background and the rounding of that curriculum. I now appreciate the fact of what that did relative to critical thinking, not logic, but critical thinking, and I really think that those are the two aspects of Ambrose that I appreciate the most. I didn't go into the business thinking I wanted to be CEO or even CFO. You basically performed the work and did it as well as you could, and then opportunity presented itself. First of all, become a lifetime learner. That's number one. Number two, look for opportunities to progress yourself, but don't wait for them to come to you. Get a view of the globe. Read. And then get a chance to engage with people. Go out of your way to meet people from different parts of life and understand what that means. You need to broaden outside of your functional expertise. So if you're an accountant, you need to find ways to engage with the manufacturing side of the house and marketing and R&D and sales and manufacturing. The more you get a chance to do that early in your career and you get a seat at the table where you have a chance to talk with other disciplines, it's going to broaden your thinking process and your business acumen. So in order to do that, I think you really have to go through the process of reading, engaging with people, learning their terminology, and really putting yourself in their position. And then when you begin to weigh decisions, you can do that with a full spectrum of knowing what's at risk there. The world's gotten very small. And so, and maybe it's my bias from where I've come from, but having an international or global perspective is essential. I think that sometimes we get individuals who are so focused on the technology side of the house, they forget the communication side. And I would tell you the people that succeed in our company are those that have communication skills, who can work with colleagues, who can team exceptionally well, who don't have a big ego, and are always put the company and their families first. Soft skills are as critical as your technical skills. So focus on your communication, become a people person, and realize that it's not about you. It's really about the people that you serve. I think that if you go through my religious education, all the way from grade school to through the college, you know, I think there was always an understanding of giving and sharing, and I think those are probably what was reinforced during my college days. In 2009, I actually co-chaired the campaign for United Way Greater Milwaukee. Today it's a $55 million campaign, so it's a big campaign. And I learned a few things in that process. One was, when I walked into a corporation that really got philanthropy and understood the value, you could see it in the top management. So it permeated the entire organization. The same thing was true the other way. If in fact you found an organization where the leadership didn't embrace philanthropy, their own personal philanthropy, then you could sort of feel how hollow it was within the corporations. So I made a point of really going back and making sure that not only was the company itself philanthropic, but we were involved in a lot of organizations and boards. So I was proud that we had over 55 members of our management team who were on nonprofit boards.